Alright, here's a new fan I got last year that I bought on eBay for might be my first eBay fan that I bought. But I bought it in November. This is a NuTone hug the ceiling fan in 42 inches in polished brass with 5 blades. This is from October of 1997. I bought it for $25 in total, 15 plus $10 shipping. I don't remember what state the seller was from, but yeah. I think the seller was just trying to get rid of it, because they replaced it with a Hampton Bay Clarkson. From what the seller told me, that he said that works fine. He actually had no intention of replacing it. He actually wanted to keep it. It was just that his wife wanted a fan that wasn't brass in the kitchen, which is kind of, I feel like brass fans are the ones that people are trying to get rid of the most nowadays. So yeah, since brass isn't really in style anymore, but I feel like polished brass is one of the nicest finishes you can find on a ceiling fan. Definitely feel like it's a little bit more in style than antique brass, since more companies seem to be selling fans in antique brass more often than polished brass, but yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, this fan, it works fine. I tested it back in 2016. I bought it in November, towards the end of the month. Wanted to get a fan on eBay for the first time. I found this one, and I felt like it was a perfect opportunity. Originally, it was 25 plus shipping, so it would have been like 35. But I talked about 15 plus shipping, and he agreed. He wasn't really trying to make any money off of this. He just wanted to see. He knew somebody. He just wanted to see if anybody would buy it, and I bought it for him. But this fan took a while to get to me. It took like 3 weeks just for it to arrive. He shipped it right away, but USPS lost the fan. Like it was supposed to arrive at your destination, and I had to file I had to like file like not a complaint, like one of those things like a missing package. And luckily the eBay seller had a ton of pictures of it back when so I had all those pictures. I sent it to them. About like a week and a half later, it actually arrived. So I was glad about that. I was talking to the seller about it. He was pretty upset that it took so long to arrive. It wasn't, and I know it wasn't his fault, because he did ship it in, and he sent me the the tracking number, and he was, and yeah, the day that the Chrome Hampton Bay Camera 2 Plus came out, I actually thought this was a fan that came, and then I told the seller, before even unboxing it, I'm like, oh, the fan came. So he was like, oh, excited. He was like, oh, finally. Then I told him, oh, wait, it's the wrong fan. I actually ordered a different one too. So I was like, kind of got a bit upset, but I understand because he was waiting for this fan to arrive to my place. So he felt bad that it took so long. Seemed like a very, very nice guy, without a doubt. So yeah. Now the fan does have some sort of like teardrop coating. That's what I refer to these as. Since he kind of looked like a teardrop to me. But yeah, these fans came in various configurations during the time that these were sold. They came in polished brass, white, and antique brass, and they had them when they first introduced them in the 80s. From what I know, they had them with 4 blades only. Then in the 90s, they made them 5 blades. Although they made them like a 5-bladed fan. Now the 80s versions were more powerful. From what I know, they had like a stronger motor. But from what I know, they had like one that had a stronger motor. Then they had from what I know, like a transitional model. The one that was just like this, but like the early 80s one had like a thinner switch housing, kind of like what you see like on the fans from the 80s. And then they had one that was just like this, but with 4 blades, which I really want to get one of those as well. But this will definitely do for now. When I bought this fan originally, I actually thought it was a 52-inch fan. Pictures were a bit misleading. But yeah, the seller replaced this with a Hampton Bay Clarkson. It actually wasn't his doing. It was actually more his wife's doing, since she didn't want this fan anymore. They actually moved into the house. He actually didn't want to sell it from what he was telling me. It was more cool because he knew it was a pretty good fan. Like he felt like it was like a decent performer, and he liked to look very much from a fancy style. Like when he was younger, from what he said, like he likes older furniture. But his wife's more into modern furniture, and I think this was in the kitchen. The kitchens are obviously the rooms that get remodeled the most whenever people buy a new home nowadays. So yeah. So obviously this didn't match with anything in a modern kitchen. If kind of same thing with my passport too. It's in the kitchen. I kind of forced it to match. So yeah. So I got it for a pretty decent price. It came with a white kit, which I'll show you right now. The white kit that's on the NuTone branded Deluxe. I put it on here because one of the shades broke. So, and also I feel it looks pretty nice on the fan. I don't need to tighten it, but I just put it on there for now. And if I was to install this fan, this is the white kit I'd use on it. So yeah. But yeah, the fan runs well. I tested it on low speeds without the blades, so I just need to test it with the blades. Now I tested it way back. I mean, it was like when I got this fan, it was kind of like during the finals week, so that was the other reason why I couldn't review it to you guys. So yeah, I got this like a little bit before Brandon brought the Venus, the Studio Series, and the Verde one that is, and the what was it, Swimline 2. So this was like I think like a few days before he dropped those off. I don't remember, but yeah. So yeah, these are actually pretty major, somewhat major childhood fans. Back when I saw Cole's video that he did a long time ago, like back in 2009, which I honestly think is probably one of my favorite videos of his, especially the remake he did of it recently. Well, not too long ago, but yeah. And I'm definitely on the hunt for a white one, so I kind of want to find these in all configurations, but I definitely these are one of my favorite Hugger fans in general. They're definitely in the top 5 favorites for Hugger fans. So yeah. So yeah, that will be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And stay tuned for more videos to come.